excited to read for you again. Hello, Cellulite Love Tarot, or Hillary for short. Welcome or welcome back. Happy Manifestation Monday here on my channel. Today's reading is all about your manifestations, manifesting in general. It could be a general overview of like principles of manifesting. I need to clear out this little You good? You good there? I need to empty that out a little bit. It's a little bit too full. This could be all about an update on your manifestations right now, or sort of a update on like the principles, a reminder of the energy that you need to be aware of while you're manifesting. We'll see what wants to come up. Either way, I hope that you had a fantastic week last week. If you are in the States, happy belated Thanksgiving. I took obviously the week off. My amazing, wonderful soul tribe, my soul family, you all know that, so I'm sorry that I wasn't able to be here last week the way that I hoped, but I hope that you had a good week despite it, and that you feel nice and rejuvenated to go forward towards the Christmas holidays, Yule, whatever you celebrate, okay? Oh my goodness. You have to let me know how it went. What food did you make, if you made any, you know, how did it go? Good or bad, I'll be here for you, so let me know. I am obviously not caught up on comments because I have a week's worth to do, so I'm gonna do that this afternoon. I have seen all of them, so thank you so much for everyone who has been so kind and loving and supportive. I love you so much, and I'm so thankful for you. You are a huge part of my thankfulness this year and every day. Okay, I'm gonna drink some of my tea. I made tea because I'm like, my throat's like a little bit dry, so we'll see if I remember to drink it throughout the reading or if it's just gonna get cold. Anyways, let's clear for you. Clear for me. Okay, and we're gonna start off with the Moonology Oracle deck to get sort of an overview of what's going on with manifesting, your energetics around manifesting right now, okay? Here we go. Spirit, my higher self, my darling's higher self, thank you so much for using me as a channel to guide and instruct. I ask for the most clear and concise messages, information, feelings, and sensations to come through for the betterment of my wonderful darling and for the highest good of everyone involved. Thank you so much, Spirit. Oh, I missed you so much. I missed you so much. I'm so glad to be back doing this. I feel like everything's right. I always get like a little slumpish whenever I have to take a few days off. Like, yeah. So getting ready to do the reading today, I was just like, oh, I'm so excited to get on. I miss doing it. I miss everyone. Okay, Spirit, can you please kind of connect me with my darling here and what's going on with your manifestations? What energy is going on? What do we need to be aware of? Give me the right words. You know, basically the whole prayer all over again because I'm off my groove here. What's going on with manifestations? You and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer, and don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Believe in the impossible. On the bottom, this one shows its face every single manifestation Monday, and I just saw 333 on the clock, so holy manifestation. Spirit's like, I can't wait to speak to you, it's been too long. Not that, you know, there's other readers too, who are just as great, if not better. But you and your loved ones are safe, don't let pride get in your way. Interesting enough, normally I get like the aspect of like personal pride, you know, like the sort of ego battle, but I'm actually being drawn to the fact that this is a lion, and a pride to a lion is family. And this is talking about you and your loved ones being safe. Why is that correlating? Is this about family, about close connections? It could be blood family, chosen family. There might be something that you need to choose that you feel like is impossible to separate from your family to do what you need to do. And this is saying that sometimes, you know, our family can be a roadblock. This is so weird because it's all around Thanksgiving, and I know most people spend time with their family on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna let it speak to you how it speaks to you, but this is a specific message. If you feel like the aspect or the concept of family expectations is what keeps you from like moving forward, feeling like you're doing something wrong, Spirit just wants you to know that basically that idea of your family is not necessarily beneficial. This is not me saying to like distance yourself from family. I'm actually getting the opposite. I'm sort of getting that like, I mean, obviously for some people you need to distance yourself from toxic family, but this is saying that like whatever you choose to do is not going to ruin your relationships with the family that you love and choose, you know, who's good for you. So don't let that concept of disappointing people, something along those lines, don't let the concept of disappointing your family keep you from taking the necessary steps you need to take to stand in the energy of what you want to manifest in your life. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. Okay, that's confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's get some tarot on it. Spirit, can you please tell me about this? Give me some more information here about this energy around my darlings' manifestations. What do they need to know? Please give me the right words to tell to say to them through a tarot message, please. Give me some details about this, please. What do they need to know for their manifestations? The Hierophant. This is all about traditions, upbringing, the sort of ingrained values that you've been raised with. But it's also believing in the impossible. Okay, this is all about beliefs, traditions. This can often represent, like in a family setting, the sort of family belief system. Whether that be, let that get in, let that speak to you how it speaks to you. It doesn't have to be about religion. It can be about, you know, basically what's right or wrong, or, you know, something about the way that the things that you believe, the things that you perceive to be believed or true, there's like a need to choose with conviction. You know, the Hierophant is very enlightened too. So enlightenment comes with releasing basically the burden of others' expectations as well. I'm not getting a huge expectations. I'm just sort of getting maybe that what you believe is expected is just only a burden in your mind. What else do you want me to know about this? Page of Wands. I like the Page of Wands energy with the King of Pentacles. And the Emperor. Oh my gosh, I was just sitting there thinking father energy. There's something about a father's energy. Okay. 2 of Cups, the Sun, 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Okay. This is getting very specific, and so I don't even know how to say this, because I know for sure this is not for everyone. I'll try to interpret it generically too, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my specific story out of the way here before I go into a generalization. There's someone here that, this is so bizarre. Okay, there's someone here that wants to come out, whether that be like sexual orientation or some sort of coming out, some sort of revelation needs to happen with your family. I'm getting more of like coming out with like sexual preferences, you know, sort of letting the cat out of the bag there, but there's like this intimidation around that because of what your family believes. Some of you are worried about being disowned if you do this. 2 of Cups, the Sun, 5 of Pentacles. Some of you are worried about doing that you're gonna have to break ties with your family. But Spirit ultimately wants you to know that like your emotional path is set forth by your soul, and that's not like, it has nothing to do with your family. And part of your process here for manifesting your most authentic life, you're, you know, manifesting whatever you're trying to manifest with this sort of coming out energy, that's part of your soul's calling with the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles, right? This is something that you've been contemplating for a long time. This is not like an impulse decision, right? This is something that you have known for a while, right? And so this contemplation energy has been in your energy for a long time. And so if you're wanting to manifest full authenticity about this coming out energy, this revelation energy, then you have to take the steps to live that as well, right? It's not just wanting things to happen around you. You also have to take the steps that you need to take, or that you are called to take, right? To make that a possibility for you. Here's a good example. Like, so I started my channel last year, actually, and I did it for a few months, and I was not fully like solidified in my, I was a little insecure, right? I hadn't known tarot that long. I just felt like I wasn't really adequate, right? Even though I felt very called to do this, right? So I did it for a few months and I got some good feedback, but then I also manifested really negative feedback, right? And it really affected my self-concept, right? It didn't affect my self-concept was already low. And so it just emphasized that, okay? And that's what I focused on. And so then I took a break from my channel, obviously, until like the last couple months. So I took a long break from my channel. But last year, around this time, after months of not posting, right? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I hadn't posted in months. All of a sudden, my channel like shot off, like, and I got a ton of views for no good reason. The last video I posted was months before. It made no sense, but I had been manifesting that, you know, like, I would be doing well on my channel, that like, I'd be a good leader, a good inspiration, that I would deliver accurate messages, that I would relate to people. And so I was manifesting that like in my mind, but I wasn't taking the necessary steps. And part of it was this belief in the impossible idea of like, well, I already have content, so my channel can take off because I already have content, you know? And so it did for a little bit, and then it died back down until I started taking the necessary steps, because Spirit's like, okay, yeah, you can have something take off and I'll show you that, but like, you're still not taking the steps to be the person that you want to be new self who has the manifestation. And so I'm sort of like getting this energy of like you manifesting something energetically, but you hesitant about taking the physical steps forward to step into that, in this sort of coming out realization. 12:21 on the clock. This is like self-reflection, being very aware. This is going within and doing a lot of energy work, but then there's also an exterior application that needs to happen. This is so weird. Okay, so for general, not sort of like a coming out energy, I feel like there's something that you've been ingrained with that could be related to your father or not. You know, it could be about just a place of authority as well, what you believe authority is with this King of Pentacles Emperor. And it feels like whatever you're wanting to do with this Page of Wands energy, this taking a new initiative steps forward towards something, it feels like it's against what you believe leadership is, or, you know, position of power. And so this is also something that you've been contemplating about and ruminating about, sort of thinking about your past, in the sense with the Six of Cups, sort of thinking about what you've taught, the lessons that you've learned, and wondering how that can apply forward to something new. Okay, there's still this energy of like, if I do this, then I could possibly lose everything that I have just to take a chance with this Ace of Wands. Okay, let me get some more details. Okay, hey Spirit, can you give me some clarifiers here? What else do I need to know? What do I need to tell my darling here, dealing with this confliction of the energy lining up and actually taking the physical 3D steps to live as new self for their manifestations? I just saw the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Wands, and I heard very distinctly, you need to love yourself enough to take a chance on what you want, okay? Because no one else is going to do that for you. You're not going to get permission, because no one else, everyone's focused on their own stuff. Everyone's focused on their self, on their journey, on their own insecurities, about what other people think about them. Everyone's dealing with the same thing as you, but for their own outlook, for their own life. So you have to be the one to love yourself enough to do the things that you need to do to align with the person that you want to be. I swear this volume keeps getting louder, and I've already turned it down. I'm at level 3 and this is already like so loud. What's so loud? I feel like you have something so... Page of Wands again. Take a chance. Take a chance. Page of Swords. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 3 pages out there. Some of you, man, all these pages have been coming out. This happened not last week, but the week before too, with multiple pages, and it was very much about like inner child work. I'm not going to go into inner child work because I don't want to get into the wounding, because I feel like if you're worried about parental influence, you know, about your decision, if you're worried about that, then you already are aware that there's some wounding here that needs to be worked through. So I'm not going to touch base on that, but I feel like some of you don't realize just how ready you are for this step in your life, to step into new self, okay? I feel like you view yourself as a page, right, which is the child of the tarot, right? They are someone who is just starting to learn, to start doing, you know, they're doing the practicing. They're not quite to knights yet, so they're not as like, this is a kid learning how to ride a bike for the first time and falling, but they're so determined. They're so determined. They're so determined to do it, no matter how many times they fall off. I feel like you just keep falling off, but really you're at this position of being like more capable than you realize with the Queen of Wands, right? Page of Wands, Queen of Wands, this is a progression, right? I feel like your confidence alone and your energy focused on you able to succeed in whatever you're trying to accomplish here for your manifestations, whether that be, you know, succeed in happiness, succeed in like completely being authentic, succeeding in, I'm just getting authenticity. It's really bizarre, but the Queen of Wands is very authentic. At least I feel like. Some people feel like she's all about, you know, appearances. I don't really get that energy from the Queen of Wands. I feel like she is very excited. I feel like her confidence says it all, right? Some people view that differently, but I feel like you just aren't aware of just how ready you are. I feel like you feel like that's outside of you, but really you've learned what you need to learn with the Page of Swords, right? This confident version of yourself that you're envisioning for your future is already you now. And that's like really being emphasized, that like you need to really grasp that future you is now you. There is actually no future, there is no past, there is only now. Life is just a bunch of sequential now. So what you're trying to see in the future, you need to embrace the energy and do the work necessary to make that future destiny now, right? That's how you get your manifestations in, is like being new self, being this Queen of Wands energy versus feeling like a Page of Wands looking forward to being a Queen of Wands. It's more like just step into the energy of being the established, you know, confident, secure, magical Queen of Wands energy, right? The Page of Pentacles after that, I feel like you're going to be, I feel like this is saying like, manage your expectations of how other people are going to handle this transition for you, right? That may be where your hesitation about, you know, this father energy, you know, being disowned. I don't feel like it's going to go there. I feel like you are going to be supported for whatever you're trying to move forward with. But even if it's not like this grandiose, like huge emotional thing, they want you to treasure even just a little bit of like acceptance that comes from that. It's really, I don't know. King of Swords on bottom, Four of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so if you go into revealing whatever part of you that you're wanting to reveal, this coming out energy or this moving forward energy, whatever this is, if you go into it expecting to be disappointed, right? To have sort of someone be very cold and cut off and unemotional, and you're expecting that disappointment, then that's what you are going to interpret the experience as, no matter what, right? So I feel like that's why they're trying to say like manage the grandiosity of expectations from other people, because some people Again, like I said, everyone's sort of doing their own thing similarly to you, but for their own life. So some people, you know, caught off guard or whatever, might not know how to react as big and supportive as maybe you would want and hope. But don't let that deter you from moving forward with what you want with the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Don't let that deter you from speaking your truth, right? Ultimately, your happiness does not rely on other people's approval or disapproval, right? That's where you need to get with new self, because the Queen of Wands energy does not care whether or not people approve or disapprove of her, right? I should say them, because it's gender neutral, but I don't know, there's a need to manage your expectations. Like, don't expect the worst, but also don't only accept the best. Like, I don't know. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Your happiness and your contentment it is sourced from within you, first and foremost. Nine of Pentacles, right? That's Empress energy. That can also be like Queen of Wands energy. Yeah, okay. Interesting. How do I want to close this out? Let's see. What are we doing right? What are we doing right? What is my darling doing right for their manifestations? Thank you for making us aware of this energy that we need to be mindful of. Not letting other people's expectations hinder us from being new self that we want to be. Alright. What are we doing right? What's my darling doing right? It's so funny because most of the time, every time I ask that question, it's like all of the advice that I basically already gave you is what you're doing right. So it's just like a confirmation that the energy that you have been in before. Let's see. What is my darling doing right for their manifestations? Seven of Pentacles. Man, this is like all crooked. Seven of Pentacles is careful consideration, okay? Nine of Wands. I like that combo together. Nine of Wands. Nine of Swords. Goodness gracious. I get a little like cloudy whenever I do these readings sometimes, so I apologize. Three of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Nine of Cups. Queen of Swords. Judgment. Seven of Cups on bottom. King of Swords under that. Two of Cups. Ooh. Okay. I like this combo, these first two cards that came out, the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, because it's saying that you're already aware of basically your mental hangups, right? The Nine of Swords is very much like anxiety, panic, worry, stress, sleepless nights. It's not being able to, it's this lack of peace energy. It's this overthinking energy, right? So you may be someone who has chronic anxiety or something, or you've struggled with that, right? It's been like a real battle. And I feel like you are like carefully considering the energy that you're putting towards your thoughts, right? And I like that energy because you're realizing what is serving for you and what is not serving for you, right? This is someone who basically is like, I'm not going to water dead plants. These thoughts aren't good for me. You know, this sort of thought train that I go down where one thought leads to another thought, which is just worse and worse and worse. Like I'm not, it's not all aboard for me. I don't want to get off that train, right? I feel like you're reconsidering what you believe support is, right? I feel like this is like eliminating the need for external support. Yes, it would be nice to have, but do you need it? Not necessarily. This is a one-man ship. You are the one-man ship of your life, right? One-person ship of your life. So, yes, support would be nice. Do you need it? No. Can you move on without it? Yes. Do you want it? Yes. That's all okay. Is it the end of the world if you don't have it? No. I feel like you're coming to terms with this energy here. The Nine of Cups, you realize, Nine of Cups, Queen of Swords, and Judgment. You're realizing that basically whatever you think is like done, dead, over, things that maybe the way that you believe things are, you're realizing that there could be a sort of change in that energy with the Judgment card. I feel like you're changing your self-concept with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is so much like the Nine of Cups. I love that in a manifestation reading, because manifesting is all about feeling the state, feeling the experience of new self, of manifestation being here, actualized, right? That's what manifesting is all about. And the Nine of Cups is in that energy, right? The Nine of Cups comes before the Ten of Cups, which would be like the 3D world basically conforming to your self-concept. But it all starts with your self-concept first, what you believe, what you feel, right? So I feel like the Nine of Cups to the Queen of Swords is just like you're standing firm that what you want to happen, what you want to believe is true, right? You're starting to believe your feeling state of it being completed, right? Even if it's not here, like you just know that it's yours. This is ownership of it, right? This is you not accepting less than it, right? It's you not being bothered by external circumstances because you realize that like your current circumstances are past manifestations. And so I feel like you're just really guarding your belief system and your feeling state. You're really guarding that right now, and you're just sort of reanalyzing what you believed to be true once about you, about the world, about everything. I feel like you've been really good about that. I feel like you're coming out of this place of being trapped by the mental warfare that you've experienced in your life, okay? This is a spiritual awakening card too. I feel like you're really stepping into your power. I like that the Queen of Swords is next to Judgment, because this is like a real ownership of your power. I really like it. Okay, I'm going to close it off with Angel Answers. If you would like to ask a question, go right ahead. You don't have to though. I'm going to interpret the cards my own way as well, but we'll see if you get a specific answer. Also, use your intuition, okay? If you feel like these cards do not align with what you already know to be true when you ask your question, if you choose to do that, then disregard the cards, okay? This is a collective general reading, so it's okay if this part of the reading doesn't align with you, okay? I trust that you know what is meant for you and what is not meant for you, okay? Okay, Spirit, can you please answer the question that my wonderful darling here asks today, and give me the right words to interpret these cards as well. Thank you. Last shuffle, and then I'll get your answer. Okay, here we go. All right, will you please answer the question that my darling asked, please? Choose a new direction. You gotta walk towards what you want, honey. Compromise. Yeah, I feel like opportunity. Helpful people. Helpful people on bottom. Here's the deal. So this fear that you may have had about other people supporting you or not supporting you, or being a problem or not being a problem, whatever this energy is about possible approval from others, when there's this coming out energy, whatever that means for you, I feel like Spirit is really emphasizing right now, the universe is really emphasizing that that is a projection of your own rejection of yourself right now. Okay, you are wanting to manifest something else, but you're not taking the steps to be new self yet, right? You're working on it. It's a work in progress, right? So this is not me saying that you're like failing, okay? This is me saying you're manifesting exactly what you're believing and feeling right now, right? I mean that with all the love in the world. I want you to feel confident enough to be completely authentically new self that you want to be. You are the first person who has to do that, right? You are the first person who has to completely accept yourself. That is the most important thing. That's why self-concept work is so important. It is You cannot change the world around you. The world around you is a mirror to you. Everyone and everything is you pushed out. You don't change the mirror whenever you're trying to fix your face, right? Do your hair. You change yourself and then the mirror reflects it. So what you are fearing about disapproval is a source of your own internal disapproval. They want you to work on approving of yourself, okay? Choose a new direction means you have to start living with conviction and taking the steps necessary to be the self that you want to be. You're allowed to do that, okay? Compromise. It's not just going to come land in your lap, okay? This is like the energy of someone like wanting to date, but then like never going out of the house to do that, never talking to anyone, never putting themselves in a position to meet new people, to experience new things. They just want it to land in their lap. And it's like, do what you need to do. Put yourself in situations where opportunities can bring themselves to you, and let yourself be the version of yourself that you want to be, okay? You're allowed to do that. Help yourself first, okay? Helpful people. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. My phone is about to die. So I will get to comments this evening because I'm about to go get my daughter from school, but I have read all of them, and I love you all so much. Like on my post, let's see, Tina and Keith, you both were so sweet, and just thank you. I love you so much. You guys are so kind. I am so fortunate to know you. So I will get to everyone's comment on everything today. Thank you for your patience. I love you so much. Okay, I'm gonna let you go because I'm getting awkward and repetitive. Okay, take care. Low battery and ta-ta.